And we're back. So, again, while I was waiting for other things to happen, I did a little more work down here. And from this view, it's not all that impressive. But this is the view that shows what I've been working on. I'm trying to come up with a greenhouse. This is just some kind of crushed gravel. I don't know yet what's going to be the final thing in here. I may take these posts and put sleeves on them and then sink them into the ground and then pour concrete around, because that'll just make them a lot stiffer than if they're in Simpson column bases. Let's see. Okay, so the sun comes from this side, right here where you see this side of the building. And typically where we're located, I have never seen the sun straight up in the sky over top. It's always off to the southern horizon, not really close to the horizon, but about that angle right there. So what I was thinking, I don't have to have translucent corrugated plastic on the top here. I could do a conventional roof frame and shingles, or this is a 5 and 12, so shingles would be just fine, or standing seam or something like that. But the rest of this, for a greenhouse, this whole side would be perfect. Sun rises over here and then goes through the sky and comes over here, and the thought was the on the ground planter beds come out 2 feet, come all the way along here. I haven't really figured out a door yet. And then on this side, let's see which way the shadow works. I think I have the shadow following the cursor. I'm not really sure. The shadow's wrong for this time of day. But those Costco shelves that go up 6 feet, they would fit in here perfect. And then you could have potted plants, or like down near the bottom, you might want to have, I don't know, tools or whatever. And on this back wall, this is facing north, I would put T111 that either matches parts of the house or, whatever, and make this solid. And then you could hang implements like rakes, shovels, all that stuff, all the way along this wall on the outside of the T111. And then it's just a matter of, do I put a 2x4 down the middle so that I can find some 4-foot panels or whatever size fits, and probably I'll need another vertical here. And I'm going to fur out these posts horizontally, kind of like girts on pole building. And that's another thing, because I want to show you something. When you build this using Chief, and I used the deck in the last one, and it was kind of weird. These are all this tool right here, 3D Solid. And that's how I was able, in a 3D Solid, I was able to cut it to this shape here, so that I would cut out 3.5, and I would leave 2 inches in the back. And I'm going to use some Simpson strapping and stuff in there too. It depends. I may, if I find the right big saddle, one of those post caps that, those big heavy ones, I might put that up there too. And let's go back to this, with the 2-foot wide beds, which I haven't figured out how to draw yet, and the shelving, that leaves a 4-foot wide walkway. And then I'm trying to think if it would be best to do a 4x4 horizontal and make you step over it, or would I ever be bringing a wheelbarrow? Because what I'm trying to do is anchor it tough, so that if I do have a door, I'd have to just bury posts, I guess. That's what I could do. 4x4 post. Excuse me. Dig it down 2 or 3 feet. Make it 38 inches wide, or maybe just a little more, so I have some wiggle room. I'll make a custom door. Maybe I'll make a 4-foot wide door. And then it's just going to get all that opaque stuff all the way around. And I need to find a way to create, like, maybe make these up here a giant louver that'll tilt out, because you have to let the bees in, but you don't want the rabbits and the deer and the moles to get in. So there's that. For example, now in case you're wondering how I did all this, the best way that I found, after reading a whole bunch of different posts on Chief Talk, if you were going to put something on the back side of the building, you go and you take an elevation view, and this is the back of the building. So let's say I want to fill in this spot right here with blocking. So I can go like this. Oh, did I click the right one? Hang on. This is the one I want. Go like this. It always defaults as concrete, 3.5. And then double click it. It's 1 inch thick. It's always 1 inch thick. So now it's 1.5. And then I wonder if I could do it in this view. Take the paintbrush tool, click there, click there. Okay, so now that should be the pressure treated view. Where is that? Is that this one? No. Is that this one? Yeah, so we're in vector view. So if I went to standard view, boom, that's actually pretty good. But I'm used to seeing it in vector view. So then you'd go like this, and this is point-to-point move. And I'll stick it right there. Now that I'm going to tell you right now, you've probably already guessed, the it's not snapping. I wonder why that is. It should snap, but all right. I know why, because I'm not close enough. So this looks like it's perfect, right? But this block could be 10 feet away from the building, either in the direction towards us or away from us. So you got to go back to the plan view. And what I found just by messing around, when you draw in elevation view, it draws right in front of the view. So if I had put that camera way back here, then this little piece would be floating way back here. And so now all you got to do, grab this, whatever shortcut you use for point-to-point move, pick that corner. Oh, where is this? Maybe here, something like that. And then go back to here. Curious if it'll... Yep, see, now it made that little square with the circle, so it snapped. And I think, so I've got the Stream Deck here. I'm just going to push multi-copy. And then it's going to give me that, and it's 24. Let's see, is that what I wanted? Yeah, sure, let's see. There's another one. There's another one. And we'll just take this, we'll take this one and drag it up to, come here. That snapped. And now, I'm going to go like this. Oh, I need one more. Duh. Let's do multi-copy again. It looked pretty easy. Yeah, I think you'll like this. Oh, you know what? That goes right to the bottom of that. That's exactly where I wanted it. And the only reason I'm furring in between these spaces is eventually I want to have it sealed so there's no... nothing gets in and out without me controlling it. We're going to do copy in place. And then we're going to do center. And I'm going to try to center it right there. See, I made that center mark. Then I'm going to do copy and place, center, and then come down here. And the reason why I've noticed, actually that's not right. I'm going to have to move those over. It was good in the middle, but it's not correct on the end. So we'll just go point to point move right there. The reason why it's a good idea to make this, whatever the first one you did, make it right, get it in the right location, and then duplicate it, is they're all going to be located correctly in all three directions, so that when you go to look at the back, there you go. Whoops. It's all the way down there, all the way down there. And I'll be able to put in T111, and I believe these are on 24-inch centers from this first one. And so this back wall is 8 foot 1 1/8. I'll be able to get up onto this, and I may even, well, I know I'm going to block this solid, and I'm probably going to do flat soffit. And then after the flat soffit, I would find some way, like another 2x4 would fit perfect right up in here. And then measure that, and hopefully that's 8 feet, or I'll be buying longer stuff. But that way I keep all the critters, birds, squirrels, whatever, out up there. And that's pretty much how I did all this. One of the things that bugs me is the material, this thing here. What is this called? Let me hang the mouse over there for a minute. Adjust material definition. See this board here has this weird grain pattern. So when I go to texture, and let's say I wanted to rotate that 60 degrees instead of 90. See what it did? It kind of changed these, but it changed all of them. And that's not what I want. So what I would like is the grain to go this direction. The grain, you know, the way it was supposed to go on lumber. So I guess I would have to create a new separate one and then play with the grain, and hopefully it's not linked somehow to the rest of these. That's pretty minor. I mean, look, these go this way and then these are wrong. So let's try this. Since we created this one new by itself, I should be able to go here and tell it 0, I guess. And then it should only change the little blocks we put in there. Nope. See, it changed. Now these are wrong. Ugh. All right, so that's just one of those little things for 3D that looks goofy. I'm sure there's a workaround. But you know my concerns about workaround. It shouldn't be a workaround. It should just be the way the tool works. I shouldn't have to jump through hoops. But that's just me. Okay, so evidently this needs to come out to here. Man, the scroll is so... it might be a Mac thing. There's in preferences I noticed... Let me show you something. Whoops. Dan Baumann had a class. And he went into preferences. And there was a place where it talked about scroll. Not behaviors. And I noticed on his screen, he's running Windows, and Mac has an extra option, something to do with the mouse. So let's just go through this really quick. We spent a lot of time on this. I'm not seeing it. Okay. I doubt it's colors. I doubt it's fonts. I doubt it's library browser. I doubt it's text. General. It could be general. Right here. Mouse scroll sensitivity. It's at 100. So let's see what happens if, let's go to 1,000. See what that looks like. I wonder if I have to restart the app. I bet I do. A lot of the preference changes, like if you're going to change the button size of your toolbars, these things, you have to close out of the app and then start again. And I'm not really wanting to do that. So, but anyways, that's Mac, not Windows. Interesting. All right, so now, well, since I'm probably going to cover this, why don't I show you how to do, let's do this. Let's put some plywood on here. That's from the back. So what I need is a camera, elevation camera, right here. And then I'm going to take this tool and go like this. And this will be 5/8. And this will be 48. And it will be 96. Okay. And I'm going to bring it over here. And I'm going to try and get it close. And I know it's not perfect. I can just tell. So, and this is another thing that's weird. In the 3D world, I can't block it and then tell it to parallel. So what happens is, if I hit parallel, then only this edge parallels, and I want it to parallel to this. No, I don't want you to disconnect it from the polyline. Yeah, so that's another thing that's kind of weird. I should be able to select, well, now it's not even selectable, so that's no good. And we can do this too. We'll change it from concrete to, I wish they had Advantech. I know somebody created Advantech, and a lot of people like CDX, but not me. Let's go like that. And that's going to be, I got to put a nailer in there because this is raised up a 1/2 inch or 5/8 or whatever. Yeah. I wonder if I can do this. Pull straight away, get way out here, hold down command, and then just ever so slightly start to micro move this. This is totally fudging the system. Yeah, see, that's not right. Okay, and now I need to go from the edge of this. I need to come down a 1/2 inch, so I'm going to go like this, tab. Well, there's a 1/2 inch. And then I can do this. Well, it's not giving me tangent, but that's pretty close. Yeah, so this must have been only raised 1/2 inch, and there's like 1/8 inch sticking up there. And now, let's go see what that looks like. Oh, come on. All right, so we will cut this one to be centered here. I could have started at the bottom like a normal person, but it doesn't really matter when you're on the computer. But you know what, though? That's how everybody would do it. Oh, it stays in the same plane. Holy moly. That's awesome. That's crazy. Does it come down? Oh, no. 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 All right, well, that's going to stay right there. Let's do multiple copy. And we'll go 96 because that would be 96 right there. And then let's do copy and place. And then I can just grab this and just drag. Oh, no. Escape. Let me. Well, let's just do it this way then. 96, correct. Nice. I wonder if I go copy and place if it lets me slide uphill. No. Well, how did that work before? See, that's too low. Let's try this. Let's do 48. Oh, sweet Mary. What the hell? It's awesome. I wonder if I can get to the center. Yes. That was this. Yes. Whoops. Why is that missing? Boom. It bumped. Well, it kind of bumped. It didn't bump right. Multi-copy. 48. Okay. There's that. And we'll bring it up. Oh, come on. Don't do that. There's got to be a way I can view this from here. Yes. Yes. Okay. Now we're right. That should be up there. Okay. I want to see this. In standard mode. All right, awesome. Which is going to be the fastest? Yeah, we'll go up 48. Okay. And we're going to do this one. Multi-copy 96. Enter. Drag this back to here. And then multi-copy 96. Yep. And drag this back to here. See how boring that was? If I was to, it's going to take a long time to build these with each individual little piece. That's why I don't want to waste a bunch of people's time. So that's what's going on in this one. I got to do some more research and figure out what's going to work good. I think a 4-foot door matching the 4-foot walkway would be good for getting a wheelbarrow in and out of there or whatever else. And then I've got to figure out, they sell corrugated. I don't even know if this has to be optically clear. I see a lot of greenhouses that are just translucent. And if that works, then the next thing is, do I want flat panels that are or corrugated, you know? And what I'm thinking of doing under the ground is put 1/4-inch mesh, keep the moles out, and I would bring it up on the outside of these posts and tack it, and then keep it bent up and tack it on this post first. Then when I put this 4x4 down in here, I'll be sandwiching that mesh, but I'll also tack it into the back of this 2x. And then I'm not really sure if I need these. I just thought it would be beefier to strengthen anything that might be attached to this, because that's a 4x4. It's like a little beam. And eventually, when this is all done, all this ground will bury the concrete. You won't even know there's concrete there. But for now, this is just the way the initial concept is going. And like I've filled in here, I'll fill in down here and on the face, and that way I'll have a complete flush surface that's all the same where I can attach things to it. And I will work on that now, and I will put that video up later because this one's already, I don't even know. But it's long enough, right? We'll get to number 4 next.